Welcome to the heretics and blasphemers, to the seekers of the unseen. You who have stepped beyond the borders of the conventional, we welcome you into the shadowed corridors of the occult and the profane. This is Unsanctioned, where the forbidden becomes knowledge and the boundaries are meant to be broken.
I am La Hechicera Len, who stands at the crossroads where spirits dwell and whisper secrets. Here, we explore the symbols, spells, and stories that society fears to acknowledge.
And I am Sebastian, the sorcerer of annihilation. I believe in tearing down the false walls of illusion and embracing chaos. Together, we're here to shatter taboos and illuminate what lurks in the dark corners of folklore and magic.
Well, Mercury's rocking my shit as usual.
Yeah.
Which is funny because, like, yes, Mercury retrograde, blah, blah, blah. But I'm not one of those girlies who's like, no, you can't do spell work during Mercury retrograde. No, you blah, blah, blah. I don't believe in any of that shit.
Mm-hmm.
But she's really coming for my shit this time around.
Yeah.
I don't know what placement I have that she's just like, you know what? This bitch in particular. Just rocking my shit.
Mm-hmm.
So what's new with you?
I did not make the pentacle like you recommended, and I probably should have. My work laptop crapped out on me in the middle of the week, and I spent half the day waiting for IT to get with me. And it just she's just an old laptop. It just needed some updates. But it's just really annoying that I don't like depending on other people to get shit done. And that half my entire day was just 4 hours, literally 4 hours. I was sitting waiting for IT to get with me, and yeah, and that was Wednesday. So I'm just I'm so tired. I'm so
Did you get
frustrated.
paid for that 4 hours?
I mean, yeah.
As you should. Easy
Yeah.
money.
Easy money.
Uh,
But yeah.
yeah. Hmm.
Mercury, want to catch you?
When I see you, girl, it's on site. On
We gotta
site.
talk.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I definitely think I'm going to up my planetary remediation pentacles
Mm-hmm.
next time around because damn, bitch. This bitch got hands.
Yeah.
Bitch, what is it? I'm not losing. We losing.
Oh, bitch, you think I'm losing? No, we
No, we
losing.
losing.
This is how I'm going to go.
Oh yeah, that's very that when Mercury
Mm-hmm.
retrograde ends. When does it end? Do we know?
The 20th, I think. I think it's this
Oh,
Friday.
oh, thank the gods.
Hold on, let me double check.
Please.
Yep.
Oh, yay.
The planet stations direct at 3:32 p.m. Eastern Time, March 20th.
Can't wait. We're almost there. Almost there. I can do it. Yeah, it's been an interesting time. I'm trying to think. My spirits have been giving me materia for amuletos and other
Mm-hmm.
things.
I've been getting something too. I messaged
Ooh,
you about it the other day. I can't
yes.
give details, but I'm really excited about it. I'm just waiting for them to give me the rest of the shit so I can actually make it.
Yeah, same. It was like one of those things, kind of how they talked about like in the divination episode on
Yeah.
Frightful House. Like I thought I had everything ready, and then my spirits were like, "Oh wait, here's this. Oh wait, here's this." And I'm like, "Why didn't y'all just give it to me all at once?" But I
Yeah.
understand that there's like a reason for it. My boyfriend got me a new book.
Yay.
I'm kind of obsessed with it.
Love it.
Um, it's about one of my favorite spirits.
Are you getting good information from it?
Yes.
Okay.
Although
Okay.
I don't understand why it's written in like 40 point font. which is fine because I'm not like squinting to read it.
Yeah.
But I'm like, bitch, this font is massive.
They said this is for the old
Why?
bitches.
I was like, yeah, I was like, are old people reading about Tlaloc? Is that what old people are doing? I mean, that's what I'll be doing when I'm old, but like, the
Right.
fuck? And like, the format, because the font is so big, makes it the size of like a coloring book. So it's like a weird,
I was wondering about that because I saw that picture and I was,
like, if
yeah.
you look at it a certain way without seeing the sides of the book, you would think, oh, like textbook, massive, 1,000
Right.
pages, and then you turn it
Yeah.
to the side and it's like half an
Coloring
inch
book.
thick coloring
Yeah.
book. And I said, what? Lots of good information though, with
Love that.
dates and references.
Oh,
So I
that's
do like
amazing.
that. Yes.
Yeah.
Talking about Tlaloc, where he sits, all that, and how like Tlaloc was actually one of the most important spirits in the pantheon. Like everyone else knows, obviously Quetzalcoatl. They know of Mictlan, Lacutli. I'm trying to think of who else they might know off the top of their head, but in reality,
Tezcatlipoca.
Tezcatlipoca, who's everywhere and everybody, everything,
Yeah.
everywhere, all at once. Um, and uh, they were talking about like, but in reality, like Tlaloc is the one that we have like the oldest references to,
Yeah.
and like all this other stuff. And I was like, okay, hold on, this is like really fucking cool. Talking about his wife, which they reference her as Xochiquetzal. Is that?
Yeah, which is interesting. At some
Mm-hmm.
point, Chalchiuhtlicue and Xochiquetzal get conflated to be the same being, though, eh?
Yeah,
like
because
that's
like
debatable.
right, because like in the book, Tlaloc is not just rains and storms; he's also the terrestrial waters. And I'm like, wait, that's
Hmm. Yeah.
Chalchiuhtlicue.
Hmm.
And then they were like, yeah, and his wife is Xochiquetzal. And I was like, hold on, pause, wait, what's happening?
Yeah.
Um, and of course, like multiple multiple things are true at the same time, but also like
Yeah.
depending on who you're asking and the synchronizations that occur, and like depending on whose lore you're studying, it can like
Hmm.
get jumbled up a bit. Not too pressed. I don't know why. I just thought like, oh my god, maybe Xochiquetzal was like his first wife, and then they got divorced, and that's why Xochiquetzal is the way
But
that she is.
yeah, I think that also is like because she eventually becomes Itzpapalot.
Right.
Xochiquetzal is eventually becoming Itzpapalot, but also because God damn it, what was I saying?
Eventually becomes
Xochiquetzal, Itzpapalot, yeah, but also um like and see I do want to get this guy's book because you've sent me some of his Instagram reels,
yeah.
like I want to get his book because I want to know what he's using as references, um
I
because some
do,
of
but
these stories I'm
sometimes,
like, what the heck.
first of all, where did you find this? Second of
Yeah,
all, I don't know. I get a little worried because he uses AI way too much.
yeah,
So
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
like, are you
yeah.
just plugging shit into AI and having AI make up a bunch of shit
Right,
and then
and that's what I'm
saying that
concerned
that's
about.
history?
Yeah,
Um, because listen, no.
yeah,
But
because
also,
I will allegedly find a PDF copy of this book and just so I can look at the resources because I want to know like his bibliography. I want to know what he's referencing because this is interesting. Like the story about people conflating Xochiquetzal and Chalchiuhtlicue makes sense, but also at what point in time? Like where's the source?
right. Source?
um, yeah,
Question mark.
I made it the fuck up.
Divine prophecy.
Divine
Uh,
prophecy.
yeah, no, I completely agree because like I've sent you a bunch of his shit and I love a lot of it, but like at
Yeah,
the same time, the entire time I'm watching, I'm like, who told you this? Are they in the room
literally.
with us?
Yeah. Because when I go to his Instagram account, it's not just about the Mexica traditions. Like it's a bunch of different stuff. So I'm like, okay, is this just something that you like? I don't know. I'm
Can I
gonna
say
stop talking about
something
it.
a little
Yes.
disrespectful? And I don't.
Oh, of course.
Of course, right? And it's me. I mean, that's all I ever say. His voice kind of annoys the fuck out of me.
I
Um,
agree.
like, please stop speaking.
Yeah.
Just give me
It's
the information.
very YouTube content creator.
It
Very
is, but like that cringy
yes.
male equivalent of uwu.
Yes. Oh my god,
Um,
yes.
and it makes me want to strangle somebody.
Yeah.
You know, like there are certain types of auditory sensations that kind of are not physically fun to feel. His
Right.
voice is one of those.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Respectfully. Well, we'll see. If your sources are legit and everything you're saying, then respectfully. If not,
That
it's
we
fine.
should have him on the show.
Actually, why not?
Yeah, that'd be fun.
um, so what are we talking about today, Len?
That's so funny. We love a good no
A smooth
segue. There
transition.
was no good way. There was no good segue there.
There wasn't.
Anyway. So today we are exploring a deeply mystical and often overlooked aspect of the occult, the significance of dreams.
Yes, dreams have fascinated humanity for millennia. I mean, if you think about it, you know, if you don't have the words to understand dreams, you're traveling to different worlds. So you can think of them as like windows into these other worlds, messages from the subconscious, and powerful tools that we as practitioners can utilize in various ways. So today we'll uncover what dreams are, their occult meaning, how they function in magical work, and how you can harness them. And hopefully, we won't put you to sleep, or maybe we do. Maybe that's the whole point. Maybe this is all just a dream. Welcome to Samsara, the dreaming world and the waking world. Anyway, that's a different topic. Don't forget to leave a like or rating wherever you listen to Unsanctioned. It helps us to reach more people looking to travel down the path less taken.
And don't forget to join us over on Patreon at patreon.com/unsanctioned. The UNS is capitalized, where we have 3 tiers for you to embark upon: the heretic, the malefactor, and the blasphemer.
We have an email. Use it. We want to hear from you. Send us your stories, your experiences, your questions, and more to podcastunsanctioned@gmail.com. And don't forget to go check out our website at unsanctionedonline.com, where you can find all of our services, our products. You can reach out to us. You can also find the link to our Patreon over there as well. And we are offering some new things coming to the website pretty soon, so keep an eye out for that. I'm Sebastian, the Sorcerer of Annihilation. You can find me on social media at Sebast_the_storm on Instagram and Threads, where I offer services like divination, spellwork, and sorcery for hire. Or check out my tattoo page for occult and witchcraft oriented tattoos and ritualized tattoos over at sebast.tatt.
And I am La Hechicera Len. You can find me on Instagram and Threads at hechicera_Len.
So some dreams are tranquil. They're offering us guidance. They're offering us insight. Others can be quite tumultuous, nightmares that serve as warnings or confrontations, either with our shadow selves or other spirits. And speaking of them, lurking within the dreamscape are these other creatures, these spirits that embody maybe personal fears, archetypes, or their guardians, tricksters, or even malevolent entities. So there's quite a bit to touch base on when we talk about dreams. So, what are dreams when we think about this in various ways? What are the ancient or historical contexts of them? Are things that we should address as well? So, yeah, what are dreams, Len?
That's a good fucking question. Um,
You said, bitch, I don't fucking know.
I don't fucking know. Like dreams are dreams are typically seen as like um reflections of our subconscious or like of our waking thoughts. And people that are more inclined to the occult may see that they are much more than that. They can be portals to other worlds, ways for spirits to communicate, ways for us to engage with spirits, and also work with spirits. I mean, it's also a way to access the other worlds. I mean, you can do that in the waking world, like as like awake, you don't have to do it asleep, but it's also much, in my experience, much easier to do it in your sleep.
It's funny because I'm the opposite.
That's interesting.
I struggle with more spirit connection in the dream world on my own terms.
Oh, that part. That, yeah.
Right. I do know quite a few practitioners who specialize, not specialize, but are talented at controlling their own dreams and engaging
Mhm.
with spirits in their dreams. I'm not one of them. Put me in the waking world, bitch, and we will. That's my playing field. Um,
Right.
but yeah, so I like you said, right? Like for us occult practitioners, it is a little bit different. There is a little bit more to it. We kind of have more of those historical, ancient philosophies around dreams that kind of come with us, as well as like the newer psychological understanding of like subconscious influence and unconscious, and sometimes if you believe in this influencing dreams, the collective unconscious. Um, so these are all things that can be affected as well. But like many cultures believe that the dreams and the dreamscape held divine messages, right? Like messages from spirits, messages from ancestors, messages from the gods, and this was a way for us to receive those messages without any blockages, right? So this was a way for us to be guided and to guide our people. So these were sometimes divinatory, right? So dreams can sometimes be divinatory, so predicting the future, revealing hidden truths. Sometimes it was that kind of, as we said, engaging with spirits. So whether that is in a challenge or conflict with spirits, or communing and negotiating and making pacts and doing whatever with spirits, there is often engagement with spirits in the dreamscape, and then sometimes the ancestors can come through as well. And so there is quite a bit there when we start viewing them as a liminal space, a place in which the practitioner can engage with spirits, engage with the other, engage with the liminal, engage with magic in the sense of working spells, gaining insight through divinatory aspects in dreams. Even the act of not just the dream being divinatory, but performing divination in the dream is like something that you can see as well. So there is like that aspect of dreams, right? Now we're just talking about dreams in general, but also there's the concept of the nightmare, which is something that a lot of people, they misunderstand it. And so I think a lot of people often are like, nightmares are bad, nightmares are bad, they're horrible, we need to make them stop
Nightmare,
completely and
nightmare, nightmare.
fully. Exactly. And there's this concept here that we need to like get rid of them, right? Like a nightmare is something that should never be experienced. I fully disagree. I'm not saying all nightmares, but I think that when you're doing work for this, you should be very careful of your circumstances and conditions, because some spirits will communicate with you best in a nightmare. And the information that you're receiving in the nightmare is super important. Uh, I'm one of those bitches. Um, so I think if I were to like prevent nightmares entirely, like I would miss out on a lot of information. And so not only that, but like a nightmare can be transformative, right? I've had quite a few nightmares that were quite initiatory experiences. Um, and I say nightmares, not, I'm not sure if they were actually dreams or I was spirit flighting, which there is kind of a difference depending on who you ask, which is something we can address in a second. But like there is that aspect as well. Like, what is a nightmare? Where does it come from? Why is it there? Maybe nightmares are there to challenge us to confront fears. Maybe they're there to um, help with unresolved trauma or show you unresolved trauma that you didn't know you had, or it's like I said, warnings about the from your spirits and other types of messages from your spirits about things that are occurring that you're not aware of, right? um, so I think, when we talk about nightmares, I think a lot of people forget that the word mare is there and there's the horse aspect. So, when we think about spirits and creatures, entities of the dream world, the dreamscape, I don't know of a bigger one than the nightmare. Um, and then there is like obviously like hag writing and things like that, which you can dream about, but if you're dreaming about it happening, then that's because somebody's right. We'll talk about that in a second. And so there are positive or like more benefic spirits in the dreamscape as well. Like I obviously am talking a lot about like the nightmare and stuff like that, but there are like spirits that are messengers, spirits that are guardians, and then of course you have your trickster spirits. You have quite a few different categories of spirits that can serve as um, lessons or test in the dreamscape, or just as beings that you accidentally confront. I'll share one of those in the post show. So that is something that can occur as well in the dreamscape.
So, the next point that we have is the role of dreams in practice and how we can, uh, like we've talked about different aspects of dreams, and now utilizing or working with that in practice. So, there are different things that you can do in your dreams or purposes that dreams serve. And what most people think of is divination, because that's where we receive messages, where communication is had. But also, I'm thinking specifically of, because I come from a more folk Catholic background, so Saint Joseph, and the Archangel Gabriel. So, uh, because Gabriel showed up to Saint Joseph in his sleep to let him know, hey, you should go to Egypt because you are being hunted by King Herod. You and Mary are going to be killed, so you need to get the fuck out of here. That happened multiple times for Saint Joseph, so that's why he's seen as like this. Um, if that's something that you want to practice or like a muscle that you want to build up, then having a spirit that is known for that will help. And the saints are, I'm not going to say they're easy to propitiate, but they're easier than most spirits. So if you are comfortable with that, I would encourage you to explore that. Um, but Saint Joseph and Archangel Gabriel, but then there's also like the story of Joseph and not Saint Joseph, but Joseph, uh, the kid with the coat, many colors, when he was taken in as a slave to the pharaoh. He was also interpreting dreams for the pharaoh, so there's dream divination there.
And that kind of touches base on like, if there's this category of spirit to work with when it comes to uh the dreamscape, not only obviously like dream spirits, but like messenger spirits, because Jibril or Gabriel, depending on the lens that you look at him through, um, is the divine messenger. And so uh, when you're working with spirits, working with the messengers are going to be really good aspects for that. Anyway, coming back, yeah, so like receiving that guidance, that divination, that aspect, if you're working the dreamscape, is definitely going to be something to take into account. Or like psychopomps, like as well, like spirits that reside in the psyche very easily, uh, would be other types of spirits that could assist in dreams aspects quite a bit. But great references there. I think that also is a good point on not what we're talking about today, but just the concept of being a practitioner and using folklore and like to inform our practice. Like it doesn't say right then and there, like, oh, the archangel Gabriel came to Joseph in a dream, and so therefore Gabriel communicates in dreams, but like, or like can help with dreams. It's like, bitch,
Mhm.
1 + 1 = 2.
Yeah,
It's
you have
there.
to be able to pick out the pieces of it to if you are cunning enough, if you are creative enough, you can find bits and pieces for spell work in folklore.
We call that critical thinking. Uh, which we do not see a lot of nowadays.
Nope.
But yeah, so in witchcraft and sorcery, the dreams are serving us for us vital functions. Whether that is divination, right? Interpreting the symbols, interpreting the messages. Some dreams are super straightforward, and some are so Like, why can't you just say what you mean, bitch? Like, why am I having to play
Literally.
20 questions? Like, truly, why are we doing this? I know you know how to just say what it is. Why are we playing this game?
The
But
confirmation divination session afterwards is a lot.
insane. And, like, you're like still waking up and all groggy, and you're like, what's happening? Where am I? Am I still dreaming? Um,
Yeah.
yeah, but like that is something that you can definitely use. You if you get really good at it. There are methods of like uncovering and like revealing things, because if you think about it, like if somebody has hidden something, they've hidden it in the physical world, right?
Hmm.
They've hidden it from physical sight. Have they hidden it from the dreamscape? Is that something they thought of? So if that's the case, and you can dream about it, but I'm not going to teach you how to. That's something you're going to have to fuck around and find out with. So you can dream about somebody's hidden things. You can also receive like the messages from spirits, ancestors, and other like divinities quite directly. But again, sometimes they'll be super broad. I've had a number of spirits come to me in dreams, and I'm like, bitch, what is happening? I don't understand what's going on. And other ones come in,
Hmm.
and they're like, this, and this. And then I wake up and I'm like, okay, cool. I know what to do. They gave me step by step instructions, or they told me exactly what's going on, which actually occurred recently. Yeah. So, like, it's not, I don't have control over it. Some people do. Mine come at random ass times. Usually for me, when it's dreams, I know it's something serious.
Right.
Someone's gonna die, curse and hex work, like real fucked up shit. Is usually when I get a message in dreams. Not always the case for everyone, but if you know me, that makes sense. Um,
Yeah.
Performing work in the dreamscape is also something. So, not just lucid dreaming, but like using it for influencing your waking world, whether that's like your personal internal experience, like things around maybe like addiction or habits or things like that, but also like, you want $1 million, so you're manifesting that in the dreamscape, or performing like spell work in and of itself in the
Yeah.
dreamscape is something as well. I know a few practitioners like that. Now I will say this: do not get so caught up and be like, all my spell work is only ever done in the dreamscape. Cool, bitch, I'll curse you with insomnia.
Yeah. 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 But I also feel like, hold on, because that goes into like it's spirit flight essentially. So even if they're not sleeping, like they could still, if you're good at it, I mean.
Right. And I
um
think that's like where those lines get weird and blur.
mhm.
Like for me, spirit flight and dreams are different. They're not the
Yeah.
same universe. They're not the same world. They're reality. Um, Other people do see dreams as spirit flight. So every time you dream, you are spirit flighting. Um,
Yes, because the Mashika also think that. And also this is like in modern tradition as well. Because every time that you are asleep, you are your Nawali. You are in the body of your Nawali. So it's not exactly like you don't really get to sleep that much. You don't really get to rest because you're
do
still
you see the
out
bags
doing
under
shit.
my eyes?
Right. Right. It's almost guaranteed that you're still busy doing shit. Um yeah. It's just interesting. There's so many like different there's similarities, but it's so different at the same time.
Yeah, I mean, for me personally, spirit flight and dreams have vastly different feelings.
I agree.
Like I can tell that I'm spirit flighting. Like this is not a dream. If something happens to me right now, I will die. Like my
Hmm.
physical body will die, and I need to be careful. And then when I'm in the dreams, it's like, how do I put this? Allegedly, if you have become intoxicated with some kind of altered state of being,
Right.
there's a certain feeling that comes with that. And
Hmm.
sometimes I feel like dreams have that. There's like this like almost like, I don't know like how to explain it, not hallucinatory, but like loftiness to it. Like there's this like
Hmm.
airiness, expression to it. Like, I don't know how to explain this well. But when I'm spirit flighting, it's like, oh bitch, if I get hit by a train, I'm gonna feel that. And uh or like I've had experiences where I'm spirit flighting and something happens to me and then I wake up and I have like physical sensations in those spots.
Yeah.
Whereas if I'm dreaming and the same thing happens to me, I wake up with zero sensations in my body, right?
And
Um,
yeah, and also like how did you going to like how did you feel when you woke up? Did you feel tired still? Did you feel rested? Because that's probably the biggest indicator of whether or not you are spirit flying. Because if you're in flight, you are going to be exhausted the next day. It'll be like you never slept, basically. And that's like the one of the biggest things that's just yeah. And then also like you said, those physical feelings, you will feel that shit. You will. It'll linger. It'll stay.
in some cases, you'll have physical markings.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I definitely have had not dream spirit flight, and then I come back, and then I'm like, oh fuck. And there's like scratches or bruises and shit, and I'm like, well, yep, that definitely wasn't a dream. I was definitely spirit flighting. So that was like something as well.
One of my first times ever flying in sleep, I thought it was a dream. So the spirit that came at me, I lashed out at, and it did not go well. It was I'll talk about that more in the post show. We'll talk about that more later. But it's wild.
Yeah, the first time I spirit flew versus dreams was a crazy experience that I will also talk about in the post show. So go join us over there on Patreon. But yeah, so you can also use the dreamscape, obviously, if you're doing work to like heal certain things as well. It's not, if you need professional help, please go seek it. This is not a substitution for any of that. We cannot be held responsible for any of that. Thank you. Anyway, you can use it to heal things to various degrees. So, what am I going to recommend? Write everything down, please. It's the one thing that I ingrain in my students so much, because if you can make it a habit early on, you won't have to worry about it later, like me. Because I've been doing this for like at this point 10, 11 years. And at the beginning, I wasn't writing shit down. And then, like, even not just talking about dreams, but like spell work, right? Like, I'll be like, oh, that spell works really well. How did I do that? And then because I have ADHD and a shit memory because of trauma, I can't remember.
Mm-hmm.
So write everything down, so that way you can have it for future reference. Write your dreams down. Creep a creep. Keep a journal. Record symbols that you've seen, feelings, insights. One of the big things for me, and I know this might be debatable depending on who you talk to, is like one of the key ways that I know that I'm in a dream versus not in a dream is like I will look for things. So like allegedly you'll never find a clock and be able to see the time in a dream, and you'll never be able to read like letters. Like,
Yeah.
that's what I've been told. And so if I'm in a dream and I can see a clock, or I'm like looking at something and I can clearly see words and letters and it's not like jumbled up, I am spirit flighting. And that is not a dream. I remember one time I thought I was in a dream, and this spirit like came to me and like opened a book and then like tried to like show it to me, and I was like, I can't see that, I'm in a dream. And I looked down and I could read it, and I was like, oh fuck.
This means something.
I was like, I am not dreaming. And I was like trying
Yeah.
so hard to memorize what they said, because it was like they were like, okay, like a quick 1-2, and I was like, wait, and then I like woke up and I
Come
was
back.
like, fuck. And I
Yeah.
like had to grab something to write it down super fast. Whole thing. So that's like something else. So keep a journal, write everything down, please. These things can become maps. I've had moments where I'm like working with certain spirits, and like they will show me their symbols in dreams, and I'm like, oh fuck, now I have to remember this when I wake up. Or like their names, or like what else has happened. They've shown me workings and like how to do them. They've shown me other things. Apparently, I show up in a lot of other people's dreams. And of course, it's when they're in trouble and it involves war and like destruction or like killing something, usually I appear. Um, I have had a lot of friends be like, "Hey, you were in my dream last night. Did you do anything?" And I was like, "Not consciously. Why?" And then they're like, "Well, you were there." And I was like, "Well, I mean, I am like a protector, like a wrathful protector spirit, essentially. So like that aspect of me, I'm sure will show up if you're like in a dream and you're like, oh no, I'm gonna die, and maybe it's not a dream. Um, I might show up. So, but even in my dreams, I'm like, here's a blade, here's something, protect yourself, you stupid bitch.
Right.
Which is very on brand, which is how I know it's actually like an aspect of me appearing in people's dreams. Cause I'm like, yeah, that's way too like on brand for you to just be like, oh, this is just like how I see like Sebastian. It's like, no, that's very me. Like a little too on the nose.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, so there is that kind of aspect there, of that aspect of connecting us with consciousness, connecting us with unconsciousness, communication with spirits, ancestors, clarity, sometimes lack of clarity. There's not clarity. Actually, they make things more confusing. Um, Understanding our inner fears, our desires, those shadow aspects that we kind of talked about with Rai. Um, these are all things that can be done, working with them. We've kind of already addressed this, but like in the occult view, we are having prophetic visions and dreams. We're having truth being revealed. We're having the influence of reality through intentional magic, opening of gateways. So some people do believe that like when you're dreaming, you should be careful because you can open up actual doorways to other like realms, other spirits, and their like worlds and their dimensions. So that's something to be mindful of as well. So moving on to the next part, how do we work with dreams?
So we did touch on a few of these things already, like dream journaling. Uh, Keep a journal that is right next to you so that as soon as you wake up you can actually write the stuff down, because if you keep it close by, because if you don't, by the time you find it you'll forget, and you don't want to do that. You want to document everything that you can. um there's of course different like spells, workings, rituals to retain those dreams when you wake up. There's also workings to um, like different like divination. So if you want specific answers or specific questions answered, then that would be something that you can do as well. Um, and yeah, we've pretty
There's
much
a
touched on everything
yeah,
else. Yeah.
there's a lot of spells in Arabic grimoires for receiving messages in dreams. Um, and for being contacted in dreams or doing certain things in dreams. A lot of Arabic grimoires do touch base on that. But yeah, keep that notebook nearby. For me, my notebook is more so because like for me, it's like in that weird like I'm still half asleep, half waking up. That's when I get a lot of shit. Like the loudest, most clear like messages come in that space. But yeah, like for example, if you are asking like dream incubation. So like if you have a question or a problem, or you're trying to get like a symbol from a spirit or a name, think about this all day. Think about it, and be like, in my dream tonight, blah blah blah. In my dream tonight, blah blah blah, all day, nonstop. And then finally you'll go to sleep. Even go as far as like right before you go to sleep, write it on you. Um, in like Sharpie or something, whatever, and then see if that works. You will have to experiment. If you like working with sigils, I have one for dream recollection over on our Patreon. So that's something that you can definitely use as well. The lucid dreaming. So again, people have a number of ways to check and ensure that they are lucid dreaming and controlling their dream, and therefore can do like work in their dream. There are a number of interpretations. So there are ways to divine in the dream or divine the dream itself. Um, Rituals. So this one is an interesting one because you can have like rituals in your dream, but then you can perform rituals before you sleep. and to receive certain outcomes. You know, I will say this, you know, you can always try placing a selenite under your pillow, a selenite crystal. Don't keep it there all the time. You'll learn very quickly why not. Um, but try it. I always have my students try it just to kind of start to experience what it's like to work with other energies, and how they can influence and work with our own energy as people. But you know, try doing that. Try, what's another one that I using herbs. You know, mugwort, wormwood, mugwort and wormwood both work wonders for that. But again, work with your spirits. Ask which herbs would work best for you for dreams. Um, you know, we get into that aspect there. There was something I was going to say, but my spirit snatched that right the fuck away. So I guess I'm not supposed to share that. Um, so we will keep moving on. But the other thing too is like, if you're getting something in your dreams, utilize that in your waking world. Like, don't just be like, oh, I dreamt about that and I'm just going to move on. Like, no, fuck around with it. See if it's like, obviously after you've done some divination, if it's something that you should do it. Don't just be like, okay, well, I dreamt about it, cool. Like, no, your spirits are giving you vocabulary, your spirits are giving you tools, your spirits are giving you recipes in the dreams, and it's not for you to just sit there and ignore it. It's for you to work with it and further yourself, further your practice, get shit done. And I think a lot of times people forget that.
Yes. Also, a really good book that if you want a book specifically on dreams and magic associated with sleep and spirit flight and things like that, um, Elohim Lifar has a book called Dream Witchery. It is a very good book. I cannot recommend it enough. Please do read it. I'm only halfway through, but it is a really good book. So I encourage anyone who is wanting to explore this for the first time, or maybe just um, wants something new to experiment with, read this book.
We are trying to get him on the podcast. Um, we have a list of so many people. Anyway, so yeah, wonderful. Use references, use books, use folklore. You know, look into folklore around the nightmare, and how you can utilize that. You know, there are a number of talismans for receiving information in dreams. There's a pentacle for it. Don't keep that pentacle under your pillow all the time for one night at a time. Do not keep that under your pillow for multiple days in a row. Um, you can fuck around and find out, right? Um, that's definitely something that you will have an experience with. But just be mindful. You know, there are different ways of utilizing this in various ways. But really, a lot of exciting things around dreams, utilizing books. Keep that journal. Be mindful. Start paying closer attention to your dreams. Um, if you're finding that you're not remembering your dreams, figure out why. You know, is there a block there? Is there something preventing you? Is somebody else preventing you from receiving information in dreams? Are you wanting not to remember the information in the dream? These are all things that you can do divination about and then remediate for various ways. But yeah, so tonight, I invite you to start paying closer attention to your dreams. Keep that journal, set your intentions, do that spell work, write that sigil, do that divination, and start dreaming. Um, yeah, that's next week on Unsanctioned. We will be talking about something really, really fun that I can't wait to talk about because I talk about it all the fucking time. Grimoires. We're going to talk about different types of grimoires. We're going to talk about very secret, dark, and dangerous knowledge, which is just the word for occult. The words for occult. Um, but we'll explore these grimoires. We're going to explore their hidden meanings and how sometimes there's a lot that's left unsaid in grimoires. So you might think you're getting all the information, but only the real ones know. So yeah, I'm really excited for that. It'll be a lot of fun. I can't wait to talk about that. I am going to have to do divination to see if there's a specific grimoire I'll be allowed to talk about, if my spirits will let me, because technically one of the taboos literally in the grimoire that as you read it, it's like, okay, you've agreed to it, is that you can't talk about this grimoire and its workings and internal like aspects to anybody else except for those who have read the grimoire. So I'm going to see if there's a way around that. But don't forget to join us over on Patreon at patreon.com/unsanctioned. The UNS is capitalized, where we have 3 tiers for you to embark upon: the heretic, the malefactor, and the blasphemer. You'll get access to our post show, weekly forecast from Len, Q&As answered on air, access to spellwork PDFs, like we said in the show today. You'll get quite a bit. You'll also get a small merch item sent at the Blasphemer tier, and you get group spellwork from us at various tiers as well. So don't forget to join us over there and check out our website at unsanctionedonline.com. Where you can find our services and products. We have quite a few new items and lines of oils, powders, tools for you to utilize as practitioners over there as well. So definitely go check that out.
And at this time, we would like to thank our Patreon supporters at the Blasphemer tier by name. To Pablo Rodriguez, thank you for your support and walking with us on the path less traveled. And we want to hear from you. Share your stories, encounters with spirits, or your own forbidden rituals. You can find us on Instagram and TikTok at Unsanctioned Podcast, or email us directly at podcastunsanctioned@gmail.com.
Remember, what's considered taboo is often where strength and power lies. Stay unbound, stay unsanctioned.
Until next time, walk boldly into the shadows.
And let the forbidden be your guide.